WWE has shaken up the superstars and turned all of the pay-per-views back into co-branded 4-hour-long spectacles. But NXT still knows how to get me way more hyped up than I am for any of that bullshit, brother.
Yeah. Welcome to Midweek Wrap-Up. I mean, we say this every time. Like, we're always excited for TakeOver. And it's probably going to ruin any chance that Money in the Bank has to succeed.
Yeah, no, I think the only thing that's going to live up to TakeOver would potentially maybe be one of the ladder matches.
Yeah. And maybe AJ and Shinsuke.
Yeah. Depending on how hard they actually go in their match.
Exactly. But that's next week. You know what else is next week? I think I said that wrong. Whatever I just said. Lucha Underground comes back next week. Season 4 next week. Midweek wrap-up's getting a little bit longer. But this is the last week that we are just talking about NXT. Where we open up...
Until Lucha Underground's over again.
And then it'll go back and then it'll start... Yeah. So we open up NXT. Shayna is very proud of the way she handled Dakota Kai last week in the title match. But is none too happy with the way she was treated by Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross comes out and essentially just uses her crazy to challenge Shayna. And Shayna tries. But Nikki is an interesting force that Shayna just cannot handle. And now they are officially the women's title match at NXT TakeOver. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. TM61 defeated Mike Hughley and Robbie Graham in tag team action. Lars Sullivan destroyed some PC jobbers. Roderick Strong defeated Danny Burch with some help from Adam Cole. Pete Dunne and Oney Lorcan tried to stop Undisputed Era from getting involved. Pete Dunne actually ended up attacking Roderick Strong afterwards. But then Kyle O'Reilly helped to drop Pete Dunne, and Undisputed Era ended up walking away looking strong.
But that's awesome, because that's going to lead into the Tag Team Championship match at TakeOver.
Yes.
Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Undisputed Era.
Hell yeah. We also had EC3 interrupt a Cassius Ohno photo shoot. This turned into a challenge from Cassius, and next week we will in fact get Cassius Ohno versus EC3. And Aleister Black had some foreboding words for Lars Sullivan, saying that next week he would fade to black, and he will be live at Full Sail next week at the Go Home to NXT TakeOver Chicago. We also had an amazing video package for Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream at the NXT TakeOver show. Kairi Sane won the rubber match against Lacey Evans. And in the main event, Tommaso Ciampa talked some shit, and Johnny Gargano took it to fucking Ciampa. It was bloody. It was intense. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was NXT. What did you like about NXT, Kevin?
The video package for Ricochet and Velveteen Dream.
You were loving Velveteen's part of that video package.
Because it turned into it started with Ricochet talking about something that seemed like it would be in the Who is Ricochet?
Yeah, it was like I put myself here, and now I have to stay here or exceed to be Ricochet.
Yeah, and Velveteen Dream's just kind of going all metaphorical and, getting deep with it as the way Velveteen Dream loves to get deep in things.
He had some great one-liners too, and some just his. I love the
and his take, he did the little shot at the fact that Ricochet's Twitter handle is King Ricochet.
Yeah.
He talks about he'd rather be the prince.
Yeah, because the king was good, but the prince can only get better. It was fantastic stuff. The whole
I just love that it alludes to one of the obvious character. What do I think? Inspirations for Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, absolutely. I really liked Kairi Sane versus Lacey Evans.
It's a good match.
I think Lacey Evans, in particular, is one of the best women on the NXT roster currently. She has a fantastic character. She knows what the character is. She knows what the character does. and she is even able to kind of up herself, especially in this match when she did the jump up moonsault, which didn't hit, but it was still fantastic to watch her attempt such a maneuver. And then Kairi Sane is just a fantastic specimen in her own right. So the two of them, I loved the build of this feud was great. And it's the fact that they've had 3 separate matches, all of them have felt very different. This one was just as good. Some good moments from both of them, and a fantastic match in general.
Yeah, I like that. Aside from maybe Nikki Cross, who's just been established a lot longer.
Yeah, she's the most tenured currently.
Lacey Evans is definitely maybe the strongest female character.
Yeah, absolutely.
On NXT. I mean, there are a lot of great wrestlers in the women's division on NXT, but not very many of them have clicked into that same zone.
Yeah.
Of having the gimmick down so tight.
Yeah, it's there's nothing like, yeah, their wrestling is great, but there's nothing tangible as far as like who this person is. A lot of them are just
people.
A lot of them, they're people that wrestle well.
Yeah.
People like Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, and Lacey Evans. Those 4 have solidified characters that you can actually believe in. And Dakota, I think, is getting there too.
Yeah.
I think the stuff with Shayna has really built Dakota up. But yeah, Lacey, as soon as she got on TV, she clicked right away, and she gets better every week. What did you love?
Gargano Ciampa.
Damn.
Ciampa's promo, Gargano's attack, all the security guys getting thrown around. Referees actually, I made the comment how there were security guards and referees trying to stop him, but Gargano was only pushing the security guards.
He shoved one of them into the stairs, but then jumped around the referee to go after Ciampa again.
Yeah, but then when they got up to the top of the ramp, he actually pushed a bunch of the referees away so he could get the Gargano escape on Ciampa.
Yeah.
So it's so intense.
Yeah,
it is. It's so really intense, and these guys. When you can take away any preconceived notions you have in your head about knowing that everything is scripted and the whole thing is a work, it's like these guys have brought the first storyline that I've been really, really invested in a long time.
Yeah. They know how to keep it fresh. There's no one else doing what they are doing at the level and or the capacity. They're not, I think WWE, the main roster now has a chance to do things like this now that they do have an entire month plus between shows.
Yeah.
So maybe once they get that kind of in order, they can do that. But NXT has the benefit of only doing a takeover every 3 months.
Yeah.
They have nice long periods where they can really build these matches and make us give a shit about these people. And then when you have people like Johnny and Tommaso, who, despite us knowing that they are amazing friends in real life, we can believe that they actually fucking hate each other.
Yeah, the way they present it, and it's, it's such a weird idea because this storyline happens on maybe a yearly basis on the main roster, where you have a team that everybody likes, and then one of them turns on the other one, and we're supposed to be like, oh my god, that was so terrible and sad, and now they're feuding. And 99.9% of the time, I don't give a crap about them.
I can't even remember the last time I gave a shit about someone turning on somebody, at least to the level that I like. This match itself, or this feud, has been built for a year.
Yeah.
A year ago is when Tommaso turned on Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
And the long stretch where Johnny was gone for a bit and then Tommaso was gone even longer, everyone kept wondering when this was going to come back. And as soon as it did, it clicked. It's been better than I could have even expected it to be.
And it's great. And it's, the only thing I can think of is harkening back to, like, Seth turning on the Shield.
Yeah.
That's, like... And to me, it wasn't even... It's still not even quite as close. Because it wasn't the same... It wasn't, like, a same outlying motivator that caused Seth to turn.
Right.
Seth did it for, like, a selfish... I'm going to join with the top people and get my way to the title. This wasn't like a personal, I hate Roman and Dean because they're hogging the spotlight, or they're the ones that everybody chants for, yada, yada, yada kind of thing.
Well, and I even said...
But it's still like, that was the last time I was legitimately kind of like surprised by somebody turning on somebody in WWE, and that was, 5 years ago?
It was 2014. Yeah, it was like
almost.
Yeah, it was just after WrestleMania 30. So it's like four and a half ish years ago. It's amazing what these two have done, and I even use that, like, the way I felt when Tommaso turned on Johnny was similar to how I felt when Seth turned on Roman and Dean, and post that particular moment, that feud was great with Seth and Dean, and then they tried with Seth and Roman. Seth and Roman took a little bit longer to build up, but eventually worked a little bit. But like, this has been so consistent, and the fact that they were able to take what they did WrestleMania weekend and still have enough to make us give a shit about Chicago again. Yeah. That's
what I'm wondering is, like, how much more do they have? Because they went nuts in the unsanctioned match.
I think this one is probably going to be maybe a bit more weapons heavy rather than, like, the environment. I think that this is going to be about inflicting as much, like, personal punishment as possible.
Yeah. And, comparing it to the Shield breakup is cool. For me, I'm going to go as far back as pre-return Shawn Michaels. When we had the storyline where somebody like attacked Shawn.
Oh, the Triple H.
Put him into the car window, and then the security camera footage revealed that it was Triple H, and that shocked everyone.
That was fantastic.
Like, that to me, that this is like on that par, on that level, and how it became so personal, and they feuded for like a year.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
Man, that 3 Stages of Hell match. Holy shit.
The street fight, the 3 Stages of Hell, they had the last man standing at the Royal Rumble that year.
Yeah.
And then in the triple threat match with Benoit, Mania, and then they redid the triple threat match the next pay-per-view at Backlash or whatever it was.
It went on fucking ever.
Yeah.
So I think as far as like longevity, this is definitely closer to that.
Yeah, and on the emotional level too, because
it's really good friends that one of them just decided, I'm going to go into business for myself, so fuck you guys. Yeah. So, yeah.
What about you? What did you love?
Everything we just talked about.
All right.
I'll also give a quick shout out to Roddy versus Danny. It was a good physical contest, and it was cool to see Pete show up with Oni and having all of Undisputed, other than Bobby Fish, obviously because he's still limping around, but having Undisputed Era out there and just causing all kinds of chaos was fun. But yeah, the Johnny Ciampa thing,
brother.
Ugh. We didn't dislike anything. It's NXT. I think unless Lucha Underground really sucks this season, we might just get rid of the dislike part in the midweek wrap up.
Well, I mean, there's always
the occasion.
There's always room. I'll have a dislike.
Alright.
I dislike that one Jobbers guy's tights said upgrade when obviously he hasn't upgraded in a long time. He's still pretty basic level.
Maybe he was even more basic and he upgraded to basic muscle.
You know, if that's the case, then he should have taken upgrade off of his tights because it wasn't there yet. It wasn't there yet.
Sorry, Robbie. You are not the upgrade.
Robbie drop kicked in the fucking face, Graham.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click those links down below.
There are so many social media links.
There's also a podcast link.
That's the link that says SoundCloud.
Where you can get this review and all of our regular reviews in podcast form. There's also Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable with a W.
Like wrestling. Where you can get The List with Kevin Hawk.
Me.
You can get Question of the Week with Thomas Wolf.
Him.
You can get unboxing videos where you get shirts like the Young Bucks, Hulk Hogan, and all these micro brawlers. There is also punishment videos and other videos that are loosely based around wrestling. Be sure to join us next week for episode 203 because not only will Lucha Underground return, but I believe Question of the Week is going to return. Thomas Wolf should be here next week, and we will have predictions for not only NXT Takeover Chicago, but Money in the Bank.
Many.
So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
You know what I dislike about the midweek wrap-up? There's really no good way to tie in the phrase, fuck Modus.
But we do it every week.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes it's a stretch, though.
It's a good,
keep limber.
It's a good kind of stretch.